Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you're a Giants supporter, you know that the offseason is always a time filled with hope, speculation, and strategic moves. Every year, the team tries to address its weaknesses, and this year, one of those areas that has been under the spotlight is the wide receiver room. Sure, Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton are the clear starters. They've shown flashes, and Neighbors in particular has been exciting to watch. But behind them, that's where things get a little concerning. The depth chart is, let's be honest, pretty thin, filled with question marks rather than proven commodities. And if you're looking at the roster right now, you can't help but feel that the Giants need more veteran presence, more reliable options that can step in when called upon, especially with the season just around the corner. This is where the buzz is really heating up. Reports indicate that the Giants are actively exploring the possibility of signing veteran free agent Gabe Davis, formerly of the Buffalo Bills. Now, Davis isn't just some random veteran. He's only 26 years old, but already has a significant amount of NFL experience, and his time with the Bills under Brian Daboll, who's now the head coach of the Giants, makes this potential move even more intriguing. If you remember Davis during his time with Buffalo, he was a player known for his big play ability, clutch performances during the postseason, and his knack for making contested catches. That kind of skill set is exactly what the Giants could use to add some explosiveness to their passing game without having to break the bank. And here's the key point. The connection between Davis and Daboll runs deep. They've worked together before, and that familiarity could make the transition for Davis in New York much smoother. Sometimes, that kind of chemistry off the field translates directly into on-field production. The Giants, as we know, are deep in a rebuilding phase, and they're looking for players who can step into roles and make an immediate impact without requiring a long acclimation period. Davis, with his experience, can be that guy. He's a proven deep threat, capable of stretching defenses and creating space for the likes of Neighbors and Slayton. Plus, his postseason heroics for the Bills showed that he can perform under pressure, something every team desperately needs. Now, let's talk a little about what happened last season. Davis signed a 3-year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but it was a season plagued by injury. He tore his MCL early in the year, which cut his campaign short after just 20 receptions for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns. That injury clearly impacted his momentum, and Jacksonville, after his injury, decided to move on quickly, designating him as a failed injury signing. For Davis, it's been a tough road back, but at only 26, he's still young enough to bounce back if he gets the right situation. The Giants, in this case, could be that perfect opportunity for him to rebuild his stock, especially given their need for depth at wide receiver. What makes this move so appealing isn't just Davis's talent, it's also his market value right now. His injury history has significantly lowered what other teams might be willing to pay, making him a potential bargain signing for the Giants. They don't have to overextend financially, especially considering the salary cap constraints and the fact that they're not expecting him to be the WR1. Instead, Davis can come in as a complementary piece, providing reliability and upside in the role behind Neighbors and Slayton. And that's exactly what a team like New York needs. A versatile, proven player who can step up when called upon without disrupting the team's overall cap strategy. This move, if it happens, aligns perfectly with the Giants' approach of building a resilient and flexible roster. Sometimes, the best moves aren't the flashy blockbuster signings or draft picks that make headlines. They're the low-risk, high-reward signings that raise the team's floor. Adding Davis would give the Giants a veteran presence, someone who understands what it takes to succeed in the NFL, especially in high-pressure situations. It's about creating depth, yes, but also about adding a player who can elevate the entire passing attack when needed. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's reflect on the bigger picture here. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys always in the mix. The Giants know that to contend and make a deep playoff run, they need to shore up every weak spot. The wide receiver position was one of those spots, and it's no secret that their passing game has room for growth. With Daniel Jones at quarterback, the team has a solid foundation, but he needs reliable targets to truly unlock his potential. A veteran like Davis, if brought in, could serve as that reliable outlet, someone who can be counted on to make tough catches and stretch defenses. And don't forget, the Giants have shown a willingness to be strategic in their signings. They're not just looking for names, they want players who fit their scheme, culture, and timeline. Davis, having played under Daboll before, ticks all those boxes. His skill set complements the current roster, and his familiarity with the offensive system means he could contribute quickly. For a team that's still trying to establish consistency on offense, that kind of familiarity can be invaluable. Plus, with the NFL's injury history being what it is, having a roster that can adapt and fill in gaps without losing productivity is crucial. Davis's availability now, after his injury-shortened season, presents a perfect opportunity for the Giants to capitalize. Looking ahead, if this signing materializes, it could be a subtle but impactful move that helps stabilize the receiver position. The Giants could be setting the stage for a more balanced offensive attack, easing some of the pressure on Daniel Jones and opening up more opportunities for their running game and tight ends, which are also crucial pieces of their offensive puzzle. Remember, Daboll's offense is creative and adaptable, and having versatile weapons like Davis, who can contribute in multiple ways, only enhances those schemes. And it's worth pointing out that the Giants are not just making moves for the sake of it. They're building a team that can compete now, but also has room for growth. Adding a player like Davis, who is still young but has NFL experience and knows how to perform in big moments, fits that philosophy perfectly. It's about smart, calculated moves that improve the team's overall floor, giving the Giants the stability they need to challenge in the NFC East and beyond. The division is tough, yes, but with the right additions, the Giants are positioning themselves as a team that can surprise everyone. So, as we wait for official news on this potential signing, it's exciting to think about how this could shape the Giants' season. Will Davis fit in seamlessly? Could he be the spark that ignites the passing game? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the Giants are making moves, and they're doing so with a clear goal: to be competitive, to be resilient, and to finally reclaim their place as a powerhouse in the NFC East. Remember, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the Giants are certainly no exception. Whether it's through draft picks, trades, or free agent signings, every move counts when it comes to building a Super Bowl contender. And if the reports are true about their interest in Gabe Davis, this could be one of those underrated moves that ends up making a huge difference in the long run. Keep an eye on this space, folks, because the Giants are clearly aiming high this year, and every addition counts when you're trying to climb back to the top. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential signing? Do you think Davis can be the spark that the team needs at receiver? Or do you believe they should focus on other options? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. This team is on the rise, and every move they make is a step toward reclaiming their glory days. Thanks for joining me today, and as always, let's keep the passion alive for the New York Giants.